This is Pietro's Fine Dining.
Pietro's Fine Dining has a heavy Italian slant, but we also do a lot of seafood. Almost everything we do is homemade. The sauces are all made here in-house. You know, you're getting kind of that home-cooked comfort food at a high level. I would say some of our highlights here would be our pappardelle bolognese, our grilled halibut, and our crab stuffed shells. We are focusing kind of on Italian wines to pair with all of our Italian dishes. We do a lot of strong reds and some whites as well. We do have a signature cocktail. We do an Italian margarita here that's got Patron and fresh squeezed orange juice as well. Comes with a salted rim. It's really good. I think one of the things that Pietro's does really well is a beautiful atmosphere. We've got unparalleled views of the entire city. You've also got a really nice view of the 18th hole at the Eagle Mountain Golf Course here as well. And the food here is just going to be, I think, better than anything else you can find. We don't turn tables really fast here. A lot of people are coming to sit down, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy their company, enjoy the food and the service, and they like to kind of sit here for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and just have a really wonderful night.
So Shelly, how did you find this place? It's kind of out there.
Yeah, it is. A good friend of mine had recommended it and decided to take the drive out to Fountain Hills.
So you did it.
Yeah, yeah.
So what attracted you first when you walked in?
How immaculate everything was. When they say fine dining, you know, white tablecloths, very, you know, specific placements of where everything was, you could tell that they actually cared about how everything was placed.
What did you start with?
We did the mussels, the lemon buttered mussels with the focaccia bread.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things is obviously you got to sop up all of that wine
Yes.
into the bread and eat that. But the mussels were, you know, they were very good.
Well, it is a little bit of wine, and it's also mussel liqueur.
Yes.
Because the mussels render out this beautiful, you know, mussels are actually quite sweet.
Yes,
Clams
they are.
can be kind of salty and salty. Mussels are sweet. Oh. Jenny, your appetizer.
Yes. I had the calamari, and it was good. However, it was just the bodies. So it was just the rings, and I love the tentacles.
Ooh.
And so I missed the tentacles, but it was still.
Well, you are a true foodie, because most people would say, oh, good, there's no tentacles,
That's
because
what
that's
I said.
weird. Oh, really,
Yeah.
Emily? That's
Yeah.
what you said?
Oh, really? Oh.
Yes.
What?
And he even
Yes, but-
we even had a dialogue about why there was no tentacles.
So
Well,
why?
please let me know, because I'm upset.
The
they say?
dialogue was because this wasn't frozen pre-breaded, and so they said they wanted it to cook at a very even rate. And when
interesting.
the tentacles cook much faster, and so it will go rubbery.
Well, they're pretty tender, by the way. I
They
had
were
them.
so
Yeah,
tender.
they're tender.
So, Jenny, what else did you have? What was your entree?
I just had something kind of plain. I had the chicken fettuccine Alfredo, and so it was delicious. And even though that seems sort of pedestrian, what is nice is that this menu has all your Italian American favorites, but they also do a seasonal menu. And that is where you have a little more variation and a little more artistry. So my husband ordered the butternut squash rotini, I believe, and that
Yes.
was delicious.
Had that too. It was great. Really. So, Shelly, your place, what did you have for an entree?
We did the crab stuffed shells and then the crab Alfredo.
You liking
And
crab?
I love
There's
crab.
a theme here, Shelly.
I
Yes.
love crab. There was a lot of crab that they put on the crab and the stuffed shells with that cream, like Alfredo sauce.
Yeah.
Or
Well, it
it was
was
like
a
a
crab Alfredo.
marinara.
Oh,
It was
it
like a
did.
marinara
Emily, you had
sauce.
crab Alfredo too, didn't you?
Yeah, I almost got what you got, and I was wondering. I wanted the creaminess with the crab. That was what I was most interested
good.
because I've never had that before. But if I'd known there was cream and the red, I would have gotten that.
So, desserts. We're going to start with you, Emily.
They have an in-house cheesecake they make, and it was delicious. My mom does not like cheesecake. She loved this, and the cookie crust. It was. It says it was graham cracker, but it was more of like a cookie dish. So it was good. Loved it.
We had I believe it was the lemon cake, and it was
The limoncello cake. I saw that.
Yeah, limoncello
Yes.
cake, yes, and it was delicious. It was not one of the ones that they make in-house, but it tasted like it could have been.
Good.
And it was delightful. It was not, I don't love sweet,
Yeah.
and so it was not overly saccharine.
Shelley, what was your dessert?
We did the creme brulee, which I'm a huge fan of that. The snap into the
was
sugar.
it the snap?
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy,
It
so
was
they had it right.
perfect. It was perfect. And it was just the perfect amount. They had a little, like raspberries on top.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, you go in there and that's the first thing with that custard. It's the best.
Yes.
They did a really good job.
This is all about decor. Jenny, please tell me what you thought, because you'd never been there before, right?
I did not bring my seeing eye dog, so it was
So you went at
a
night.
little bit difficult. Yes, that it is so incredibly dark. It was kind of terrifying.
Outside, not the drive was dark. No, the restaurant.
like,
the restaurant actually has lights. I just want to make that clear.
This is not
Beautiful
dining in the
chandelier.
Yes,
It's like
chandeliers.
stuck in the middle of the resort. You don't
Yes.
know that it's there unless you know that it's like.
So
in
no,
the-
it's not like one of these dining in the dark things like they do in like Japan
Yeah.
or whatever.
That's
No,
what
this,
it's great.
the restaurant is beautiful, but what the only reason I mentioned how dark it was is that you can tell, despite the darkness, how beautiful the scenery is. And unfortunately, we went at night, so I can only imagine how gorgeous the view would be outside.
I love the decor. It was more like it's Italian, so like the Italian countryside, fine dining. I've been to fine dining restaurants where you're afraid to, use
Yeah.
the wrong fork.
What is a meal without drinks? Did you have
Yes.
drinks, Shelley?
Yes, I did the sangria to start, and then I switched to the Italian margarita. It's very refreshing.
Okay.
It's not what you would expect from a margarita.
I looked at that too, and
It was
I'm a
sweet.
huge, because
It
I'm a
was sweet.
huge psycho margarita person, and it has to be a certain way.
Yeah, it's-
Sweet is not one of the ways.
No, it was more like you would think like an Italian soda.
And I saw that and I was like, I bet it's going to be sweet, so no. So what we ended up doing, they have a beautiful wine list actually. It's all Italian. As an aperitif, we had a glass of white. It was very crisp and refreshing. And then we had a delicious, I believe it was a Super Tuscan red that we had.
Ooh,
and it was wonderful.
Shelley,
Yes.
this is the time where we do pro tips, one word takeaway, or anything you can say that people need to know about.
Just come hungry.
Come on, done. Jenny,
If you have problems driving at night, come during the day.
okay. And GPS,
Yes.
Emily.
It's a bit of a climb the outside. I was wearing heels from work, and I was like, ooh.
This is challenging.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to try Pietro's Fine Dining, it's located inside the Inn at Eagle Mountain in Fountain Hills. An average meal will cost about $50, and they do take reservations.